Space 101.1 FM, KMGP, welcomes you to Broken, Alaska, the world's only improvised radio drama series. Louise has worked in Brett Brickman's real estate office since she arrived in Broken. Brick likes to think he comes up with all the great entrepreneurial ideas in town, but the rest of the locals are starting to realize that Louise has a pretty good head on her shoulders, too. Let's pop into Brick's office downtown at Brickco Enterprises, where Brick, Louise, and Sheriff Jim are just finishing up a brainstorming session.
Brick, you've been wanting to do this hotel for so long. You know, if you want it to happen, you have to be innovative. You seem to do the same things, the permits, but you got to take some action, no?
You can't take action around this town.
How do you say entrepreneurial in French?
Entrepreneur.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think 2 steps ahead of everybody else. What if we built like a container terminal at the port?
Excuse me again?
A container terminal, like bring all the major shipping to Austinville down through us.
That
right?
is
That would
totally
work.
out of the way. No one would want to do that.
Well, then they'd need a hotel.
Fair enough, but there's other businesses. Why don't we, get a tech company to move up here?
Oh, that's not a bad idea, Sheriff. People can work remotely. We just have to put more.
I tried to get Heather to give me something so I could bring Amazon up here. We could be their second city.
Whoa, HQ too.
Yeah, HQ
Rick, you are
too.
an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
People would get so bored here. I don't think the Amazon people would like it.
They spend all their time in cubicles typing code. I don't think that they would really notice where they were.
Okay, and so why didn't your big Amazon plan work out then?
Because it fell on deaf ears with the city council.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
the city council.
Sure, always blame the city council.
Well, so do I most of the time.
The entrepreneur is not a name that they even know. Red tape. Well, how about this? How about we build a subway, right? Light rail subway from the port to the main street so that people don't have to walk through the snow.
A
All right?
subway?
That would be good. That'd work, wouldn't it?
Brick, that sounds sort of stupid.
And Brick, from a security protocol, we're going to need to take that tunnel into consideration from attack vectors.
What about then a huge, covered escalator that people could just get on, with glass around it and warm and...
I love escalators. It's a great idea.
Widely, you don't like it?
No, I'm sorry that the conditions here, that is not going to work. No one's going to take an escalator.
They've got them in airports.
Yes, but where are they going to go from? The port to Rosie's coffee shop?
A Brick, breaking news. Airports are always 72 degrees constantly year-round. Broken's not.
Well, I tell you what I did see once, right? Coming through Germany, there was this huge lamp, right, in the center of the square. Oh, we could have a huge, giant lava lamp that you could see from space.
Do you know how unsustainable lava lamps are? So much thermal capacity is being wasted. No.
Well, we could use real lava. We have a couple volcanoes here in the state.
Come on, let's get
We
real.
just need a pipeline to get the lava here.
Okay, well, let's build a pipeline then.
A lava pipeline.
Yeah, well,
Oh
why
my
not have
God.
why not have lava pipeline lamps all the way along the pipeline? You can see that not from space. You can see that from freaking Mars. Well, you know what? I was just down in Seattle, and I tell you what, that place is moving. I mean, as much as we poo-poo Seattle a bit, you should see the development down there. I mean, they can build it and they will come. That's my philosophy, right? Just look at the Space Needle. I mean, they had a world fair there. They built that thing 600 feet tall, a restaurant, right? It's so impressive.
No.
401 days, I heard.
400 days they built
Yes,
that in.
it's very
401.
evident because it's ugly. Lead. Ugh, disgusting.
Well, that's
so
the thing
gross.
with Seattle. You can get a permit there to build something. Whole blocks. You can't do that here in Broken. It's just, I don't know. You frustrate me, these people here. A World's Fair, that would be something. Hey, what about a World's Fair? We could
Oh, poo-poo, Brick, that's not possible. Do you know how difficult it is to get that?
do... No, it can't be that difficult.
No, I know, because I lived in Paris, and it is so bureaucratic. You have to go to the Bureau des Exposition Internationale right in Paris, and it is so much paperwork. You would, more than you have to do with Heather.
And Brick, I was reading some CIA reports last week, just randomly, that in my garage in a box.
Of course you would.
And for any World's Fair, you need lodging for at least 100,000 people.
Well,
So what are we going to do here?
we
Yeah,
could build
these
some
shacks will
hotels,
not-
maybe.
What are we going to do?
Huh?
Float them?
We could have huge boats here, right? With the people could live on there. Easy. I lived in Paris, right? And the French are a pushover, believe me. They're easy.
Be quiet, Brick. You don't know anything. If you want this to happen, you have to go to Paris. That's all I'm saying. You can't do it from here. There's no way. They will never take your submission.
I have someone in Paris.
You have people?
Maybe, not a, no.
Well,
She's an old friend of mine. When I lived there, like 25 years ago, we were close.
I wouldn't take you for someone who lived in Paris. I didn't know that.
I lived there. It was home for quite a while. Anyway, I think we should go. Louise, I think we should go.
We should go?
Well, yeah, I need an interpreter.
Oh, no. I came here to get away. I don't want to go back.
Well, I'm not asking you to go and live there. I'm asking you to come and help me.
I don't know, Brick.
Well, why don't you want to go? It's a free trip. You get to see home.
Well, to be honest, I got in a very big fight with my mother when I was last there, and I think it would be really difficult to go back and see her. If I go, I have to see her, you know. It's like an obligation, so...
I know how that feels. But I think you should come. Come on. I mean, it won't cost you a dime.
Okay, on one condition.
Mm-hmm.
You buy me a crate of cheese to bring back.
Crate? I'll buy a bloody container full.
Okay.
All right?
Let's go. Yeah. Okay, we
Because
have a
you know
lot to get in order if we are going to talk to the bureau.
Yeah, I think
So-
we need to talk to the town council, don't you?
so you guys have fun over there. Keep us
Merci.
posted. And remember, check-in protocol every 12 hours. I don't want like a taken 5 over there. Anyways, that's a great idea.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, good brainstorming, I thought. My brain's on fire,
Great, yeah.
like a lava lamp.
Somehow, Brick convinces the town of Broken to fund his trip to France to talk to an official from the World's Fair. After dozen hours of travel over the Arctic Circle, Brick and Louise arrive in Paris. Louise has arranged a dinner meeting for the three at the exclusive La Piche restaurant.
Oh, bonsoir, monsieur et mademoiselle.
Bonsoir.
Bienvenue à Le Péché. Le menu?
Ah oui,
Thank you.
merci.
Thank you.
Ah, avec votre raison, notre unique espérance.
Et c'est bon, le bœuf cru?
Oh, réponse à nos silences avait...
Oh, ok. Bon. Et la baguette, c'est bon? Et
Oh,
avec
oui,
le
oui,
petit
oui.
fromage et les framboises.
Un divin sauveur.
Saveur? Ok. Parfait. Ok.
Et monsieur,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
pour vous?
Yep.
Oh,
Oui, il prend le même que moi.
you are an American? Oui?
That's
Yeah.
where we're from.
Oh, you know, we in Paris, we love the Americans. For you, I get you the special of the house. Le hamburger avec fromage. Très bien.
Yeah. Whoopee.
Merci. Bon, how does it feel to be back? Hein?
Well, it feels weird, really. Yeah. Why
Yes.
don't you want to see your mother, by the way?
Well, I told you we had a bit of a fight, you know? It was a bad fight. Yes.
About what?
Well, actually, it happened when I told her I wanted to come out to Alaska.
Really?
Yes. And you know, I still don't understand why she got so mad about it because, you know, she was the one who told me about it. Yes, I know. Who would have thought a woman in Paris who loves Alaska, but she always had this little postcard on her vanity, on her mirror, you know? And it had the most beautiful view with the mountains and the water and all the snow, la neige. And as a little girl, I dreamed about the cold and the froid. Oh, and I always wanted to go. And it was so old and it was kind of bent, you know, like it had been looked at a lot and it had been up there my whole life. And then one day I told her, I'm going to go, Mama, I'm going to go. And she got so mad at me. And I just, it made me so angry. It's bizarre.
Well,
I never understood, but after living in Broken and meeting the people and having the fresh air, I think she's jealous.
yeah,
She's
maybe.
jealous she's not there.
Yeah, it could be too, yeah. Broken has its merits.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, the waiter, she's coming back.
Oh, reçois j'ai là qui offre.
Oh, merci.
Oui. Le fromage, pour vous?
Oui, j'aime beaucoup de fromage. en Alaska où je vis, il n'y a pas beaucoup de fromage. Alors, oui, ici, je suis très heureuse.
Wait, did you say you are living in Alaska?
Oui, Alaska, tu le connais?
Oh,
you know it?
I have a friend here. He is in Alaska also. He does much trade in the French cheeses and the wines. His name is Jean-Claude. He owns a
Jean-Claude?
patisserie in
I never
Alaska.
heard. Where in
Perhaps-
Alaska? It's a big place, you know.
What is the name of his town? Austinville? Have you heard of this town?
Oui, that is right next to us.
Oh, mademoiselle, I need to contact you with my Jean-Claude friend.
Oui, you give me your number.
Oui. Here, let me write it down for you. You contact Jean-Claude, I bet he can get you many French wines and
Oh
cheeses.
my gosh, my life is changed forever.
Yeah.
Merci à Dieu.
Yeah, take this number. He is in France right now.
He is here.
Oui.
Oh, mais non. I must talk to him and arrange something right away.
Oh,
tout de
oui,
suite.
mademoiselle, I will call him right now and maybe you can go see him tonight.
Oh, you
I
are
think
like...
he leaves in the morning.
Oh, yes, I need to go right now. Okay.
Wait. I will come back in one moment.
Yeah, merci.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not going to leave me here, are
Oh,
you?
no. Cheese trumps everything. I am not wasting any time here. I'm sorry. You can handle this. You can do it. You're a businessman, Brick. You deal with people all the time. I prepped you. You live here many years. You speak French, you say. You'll be fine.
Oh, thank you very much, Louise. Thank you.
Mademoiselle, I called my friend Jean-Claude. He is willing to meet with you tonight if you would so choose.
Okay, right now I leave. Tell him I leave right now.
I will.
Give me his address. I go. Okay.
Yes, come back with me to the back home.
Okay.
I will give it all to
Okay,
you.
perfect.
Okay, come.
Hang on. This is the guy from the expo. Look, here's his photo. There he is. He's coming. Can you just wait?
No, you'll be fine. That's him. Don't worry.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle, monsieur.
Bonsoir. Pardon, il vient des États-Unis. Il est un peu stupide, mais ça va. Il est gentilhomme même. Ok?
Je comprends,
Oh oui.
mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Bonsoir.
Bonne soirée.
How you doing?
Very well, monsieur.
Brett Brickman.
Jean-Louis Michel, du Bureau International des Expositions.
Oh, Jean, have a seat.
Merci.
Order what you like. Go ahead.
Oh, bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir.
Et posso? Tout de suite. Oui, monsieur.
Merci.
You know this place?
Oh, very well.
Oh, good. Good.
Pichet.
What are their burgers like?
Oh, they're hamburger. I rarely try them, but it should be exactly to your tastes, monsieur.
All right, thanks for coming, Jean-Luc.
you
Tell
are-
me, what can the World's Fair do for us?
Do for you? Well, the World's Fair, or Expo, as we usually say, she's a life-changing event that brings the focus of the entire international community to your city. The Expo represents the full gamut of human experience, highlights all the best that the host city has to offer, and is a way for the visitors to experience cultures from around the globe, all in the one place. There are dancers, music, food, and crafts from each country represented at the World's Fair. In addition, many previous expos have shown the technological possibilities of the future, too. Think of the Crystal Palace of London in 1851, the Eiffel Tower of Paris in 1889, and of course, the utopian atomic cars and robot servants of New York's 1939 Expo.
Yeah.
I think the emphasis she is more on what can Brickman do for the World's Fair.
Yeah, I'd like to build something a bit, say like the Space Needle in Seattle. Something huge, something that will be remembered. Yeah. What's the budget?
Well, each city usually decides its own budget of chaos. As part of the rules, pavilions have to be built from the ground up, just for the fair. No repurposing of pre-existing structures. The Dutch Expo in 2000 cost about 35 million pounds, but it may have made 350 million pounds. Who knows? The value of the Expo is difficult to quantify beyond the tangible effects. One must think of the cultural value an Expo can add to a city. There is a lot of advantage to your city based on the nation-building advertisements you can place all about the fair structures. Imagine huge, tall, colorful banners and signs flapping in the wind around the broken pavilion.
No, that works. That definitely works. Yeah, I like that.
However, you must be very careful to avoid any semblance of corruption. Kazakhstan in 2017, the expo cost $5 billion. And the head of the expo, the chief construction officer, and the managing director were all arrested for embezzlement.
Embezzlement, really?
They built a giant replica of the Death Star as their main attraction. It was very strange.
That's about as strange as you can get, yeah.
Yeah, it is hard to spend billions on a vanity project to boost your country's brand name when half your people they're still pooping holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Tell me, Monsieur Brickman, the people of Broken, do they poop in holes in the ground?
It's America, Jean-Luc. No one poops in holes in the ground in America. It's too bloody cold up there anyway. Anyway, Broken's a really, really progressive place. You know, we could share a lot up there. It's green, beautiful soil, huge, magnificent trees, lots and lots of very, very big vegetables.
These are your primary selling points? Large trees, vegetables, perhaps Broken World's Fair should not be about the city of the future. It sounds like your city, she would be more interested in hosting a horticultural expo, no?
Horticultural expo?
May we? Tell me, monsieur. You have the required 2,000 acres of vacant land upon which to build?
2,000 acres of vacant land.
There must be, per the requirements, a major urban center with enough airport.
Airports. Yeah, we have airports.
Overnight accommodation and transit option to handle about 100 million people over the 6-month time the expo is open.
I have the council really, really backing me on the accommodation requirements. Definitely. For sure. Okay. Well, that might be doable. Maybe, I'll tell you what, I'll have a meeting with the city council and the local businessmen and women, and we'll get back to you as quickly as I can.
Of course, you consult with your backers, create a detailed proposal, send them to me here at the email address on my card,
Thank you.
and I look forward to hearing from you. Perhaps Broken, she could take her own part on the world stage in due time.
Yeah. Okay, Jean-Luc, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Enjoy the rest of your time at Paris.
I will, thank you.
You're listening to Broken Alaska, radio's only improvised ongoing drama series on Space 101.1 FM. Visit us on Facebook at Broken AK and listen to previous episodes of our iTunes podcast, Broken Alaska. Well, it sounds like the meeting with the World's Fair official was a bust. After dinner, Brick wanders around the glittering streets of Paris, remembering the time that he lived here 25 years ago. Without even realizing it, his feet take him to his old apartment building, and he finds himself standing in front of the door to apartment 3B.
Hello, Marianne.
Ah, well, Brett Brickman. I always knew you would knock on my door again one day, and here you are.
Here I am. Well, it used to be our door.
Oui, but that was a long time ago.
About 25 years.
Actually, it was 26 years and 9 months ago.
But who's counting?
I suppose it's hard for me to forget the night the love of my life proposed to me and then snuck out before morning, never to be seen again.
Well, that's part of the reason I'm here, Marianne. I'd like to apologize.
Well, we have given the neighbors enough of a show in the hallway for one night. I suppose you should come in.
Thank you.
May I take your coat?
Again, thank you.
Nice wool. I'll hang it here on the hook. Would you like to sit down in the living room?
Wow, the couch is still here. You had it recovered. Ah, that's amazing. The place looks beautiful. You've always had such fine taste.
That is true.
You wouldn't be interested in selling that Matisse over the fireplace, would you? I've always loved that picture.
It is my treasure. You know that. What do you want, Blick?
Well, I came to apologize. I was wrong to leave you without a word, and I guess I just wanted to make amends. To see you again. I happen to be in Paris, so...
Oh, So how long are you in Paris?
I leave in the morning.
Some things never change. So you thought you would show up unexpectedly at my door and what? We would fall madly in love again, and then you would leave.
Marianne, you know, I still think about you, about what might have been if I'd stayed, and about the mess I left when I ran away. I have fallen in love, and for various reasons I don't know what to do with it. I'm just a little confused about it. I wanted to see if we were real, and...
But when you left, it nearly broke me. I was so sad, so angry for so long. I used to think about you all the time, and I would think about all the things I would say to you if you ever showed up here, about all the cruel words I would use to stab you in the heart, to hurt you the way you hurt me, because, you know, you hurt me very, very much. But then, one day Pierre came along, and he was good, and he was kind, and he helped me to see that I could never move forward in my life until possibly let go of all the anger I felt toward you, toward the past. I would love to rip you to shreds with all the venomous words I used to practice for this day, but to be honest, Brett, I forgave you years ago.
Pierre.
My husband. We were together almost 20 years.
What?
I lost him about 2 years ago. Cancer.
I'm sorry. Did you love him? Like us?
He was my husband. I loved him, but you know what? You don't need to feel sorry for me, Brett, because I have a good life. I have many friends, many, many friends, and so much love all around me.
Well, that's good.
And what about you? The only thing I ever heard from you is that silly postcard from a trip you took to Alaska. Do you remember that postcard?
Of course I remember it. I actually settled down there.
Really?
Yes. I live in a little town called Broken.
Wait, did you say Broken?
Yeah. Yeah, have you heard of it?
Oh, no, of course not. It's just a strange name for a city.
Oh, I'd hardly call it a city. It's a strange little place, but I have a good business and some friends. It's good enough. I got married once in New York, but it didn't last long. That was a long time ago.
You know, I kept that postcard that you sent me.
You did?
I have taped it to my vanity on the mirror. Stay here, I will go get it. It just takes a moment. Make yourself comfortable. Here it is. The edges are quite red, as you see, and the colors, they faded so much. But I kept it taped up, all the tape all around, so my family could not read the back. And no, it was from you. I forgave you years ago, but you know, my father never did.
Yes, I remember. He never liked me, did he?
Look, the postcard says, "Greetings from Alaska." Do you want to read the back?
Dearest Marianne, Alaska is beautiful. Wishing you well, your sweet baboon. I remember you used to call me that.
Did I? How foolish.
Look, would you be interested in, I don't know, getting some dinner with me or a drink somewhere?
No. It is getting late.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brick. I feel like there is no more to say.
Yeah, okay, I suppose you're right. I have an early flight in the morning.
Of course. You like your early flights, I remember that.
Yeah. Do you think I could keep this postcard for old time's sake?
Only if you promise me to send a new postcard. For old times' sake.
I promise.
It was good to see you again, Brett. Well, here is your coat. Perhaps if you're ever in Paris again, we can meet.
I'd like that.
That is good. Anyway, here are 2 kisses on your cheeks for good luck. You take care.
Good night, Marianne.
Be safe, my sweet babble.
You never forget your first love. And in a city as magical and beautiful as Paris, songs of love and loss are woven into the cobblestones, creating a halcyon tapestry of memory and light. Brick leaves Marianne's apartment knowing he probably won't see her again in his lifetime and wondering about what might have been. We catch up now with Louise, who is in a good mood after setting up a monthly delivery of real French wine and cheese back to her home in Broken. She is practically floating down the side streets of Paris when she realizes she subconsciously made her way to her mother's house. She walks up the 2 flights to the 3rd floor, pulls out an old key from her purse, and inserts it into the lock of apartment 3B.
Coucou. Maman? Are you there?
Louise, is that really you?
Maman.
Oh, I'm so sorry for everything. Oh. Welcome home, my sweet baboon.
A week later, Brick and Louise are back in Broken, Alaska. The town council has called a meeting to talk about the results of the Paris trip and the possibility of getting a World's Fair in Broken. Head of the city council, Heather O'Hearn, calls the meeting to order.
As head of the town council, I now call this meeting to order. Is there any new business we'd like to discuss? Anything interesting? Yes, Lars?
I'd like to make some announcements about the business of the mobile cremation. We've had a big improvement increase in the business because of George's idea to create a life gyms from the cremated remains of the people. You know, this is where we take the cremated remains and we crush them into a small glowing crystal, and then you take it home and make a ring for your wife or something.
Well, I'm going to step in here and, this life gem thing is we make diamonds out of the cremated bodies. And a lot of people would love to have their loved one around their neck or on their finger or in their ear.
It's wonderful. You keep your loved one forever with you.
It's quite, it's interesting. And so we've got quite a few bodies coming down the deck hole. And so if you see those piled up at the pier, those bodies are floating there in the water. Don't be alarmed.
All right. Thank you for the update, Lars. Dolores, I'd like to give us an update on Charlie.
Well, Charlie's been spending quite a bit of time than we both expected in Austinville. He's had some complications with his health. So, I'd really appreciate it if someone here in Broken could help me out a little more at the Harbor Palace because my hours have been getting very long.
Maybe Joey could help out.
Yeah, you just write my name down. Say Joey's going to be coming to help you anytime you want. I'm there for you.
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about the Charlie, but if he passes, we'll be glad to float him down here and see if that's helpful.
That sounds just lovely. Now, I'm very excited that Brick is back from Paris. I'd love to hear the news on that wonderful trip.
Oh, thanks, Heather. Well, we've got some really, really good ideas in getting our brand out there.
We ain't a brand. We're a town.
Well, yeah, but, you've got to have a name. I think that building a pavilion is the first thing we should be doing. And we'll have an amazing cultural center here. Yeah, that's the start, I think.
Horticulture?
Yeah, horticulture. People in Alaska, they're known for their horticulture. Just last month I saw in the Palmer Digest there were stories about how excited people got about some 140-pound cabbage. 140-pound cabbage,
That's
right? And a 85-pound rutabaga.
That's a lot of bega.
We have the best carrots on the planet.
And some of the biggest also.
Yeah, exactly, George. You got it. Yeah, good on you, boy. We get 20 hours of daylight in the summer. We have to take advantage of that. We will promote that. We'll have a pavilion. We'll have people who buy spots in the pavilion. That way we make income to pay for the pavilion, which, of course, we'll have to put up the money first, but that's not a big deal.
You expect the town to put up the money for your pavilion?
Oh, thanks, Heather. Thanks for offering that. That's really nice of you. Okay, we're going to build a pavilion. And we'll have dozens of fruit and vegetable stands to highlight the best plants from not only Broken, but other places that want to get in this amazingly...
So, you think this is going to help with tourism? We already have the cruise ship, the adventures.
Carlos, I think this is a really good idea for us. We could really up tourism if we get some more people up here.
Oh, yes, of course, Margaret. I don't like to talk about it a lot, but I have a PhD in botany from the University of Latin America.
I did not know that.
Yes,
sir.
I could tell the people as we're walking and hiking.
Oh, we could take some nice hiking trips out in the forest, but, I gotta be warning you here. You remember that time I ran into Sasquatch out there that time a couple years ago? We gotta be careful for that.
Oh, yes, of course.
So this could be a good idea. I like this plan.
Oh, I like it too. Do you know the cremated remains of a people make a good fertilizer?
Well, Brick, I have a question for you. This pavilion, how long is this going to stay up? I mean, is this forever, or is this just for the fair?
Well, I was thinking that we could put it up, keep it there, and I was actually thinking of building a sports arena after we finish with the pavilion.
Oh.
Yeah?
Because I was thinking the dozens of fruits and vegetable stands that would maybe put Rose out of business, and of course we don't want that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that at all. No, this is just like a...
Wait a minute. I have some serious questions about this, Brick. This whole pavilion idea, is that why you built that big 30-foot-high billboard right across the street from my house?
No.
Why would you do that? I told you specifically how much I love waking up in the morning and looking out in the mountains, and you built a giant billboard across the street from my house?
Well, it's got mountains painted on it.
That's a jerk move, Brick.
Well, tough luck, Rose.
How could you do that?
Just takes money.
I can't believe you. I thought that you and I were really starting to become friends and that we had some sort of a connection going, and it's just all about the money with you, isn't it, Brick?
Well, I think Brickco across a 40-foot billboard looks brilliant. Really. Wait till you see the pavilion. That's going to have Brickco all over it.
I'm going on record as saying I completely oppose this idea. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to oppose everything Brick has to say from this point forward.
Well, like you haven't already done that.
You know what? I'm leaving. I'm not going to stand for this.
I'm confused as to who is paying for this and how you got the approval. And Joey did some research.
Yeah, in fact, I did some research when you were over in Paris. I don't understand how you got approval from the Bureau of BIE so quickly. I looked up about it, and it usually takes years to be designated as an official World's Fair site. Years!
What, the World's Fair? I wasn't talking about the World's Fair. That would be crazy, right? I'm talking about the county fair.
What?
Yeah, that's about a month.
All right, everyone, calm down. I think a county fair sounds excellent an idea.
Well, thank you, Heather.
Let's take this idea and run with it. I think it could boost tourism. People would get off the cruise ship. They'd see Broken, home of the county fair.
Brought to you by Brickco.
I'm going to put a sheet of paper out in the hallway with a sign up for who wants to grow their piglets and who wants to make their scones. And I think this is going to work, Brick.
Well, thank you, Heather.
Okay, folks, thank you for coming to this meeting. I hope to see you all next week at next week's town meeting. And make sure you sign up for the county fair sign-up sheet. It's going to be great.
I think we're going to be up there with...
Hey, thanks, Heather.
Let's go.
Brick, I'm sorry. The trip, it was a bit of a bust, no? You didn't get the deal for the World Fair, and your meeting didn't go very well. I'm sorry.
I got to see an old friend, and that really made the trip worthwhile. And we got good feedback from the Exposition.
True, yes.
And, I loved it, and it wasn't a waste of time, all right?
Oh, good. That makes me feel better. I'm happy.
Did you get to see your mum?
I did.
Oh, was it good?
Yes.
Oh.
It was really good. In fact, we made up. So, really, thank you, Brick, for inviting me to come along because I'm so happy,
Oh, you deserve it, Louise.
Oh,
You're a good person.
family is so important,
Yeah.
And my mother, she said she might come visit Broken.
Oh, good. Yeah, more the merrier, huh?
Well, that's all the time we have for now. Broken Alaska was produced at the studios of Space 101.1 FM and starred Lisa Kaufman as Louise, Paul Einhorn as Brick, Don Taylor as Sheriff Jim, Michael Crowley as Jean-Luc, Carol Sparrow as Marianne and Joey, Julie Bragg as Heather, Carrie Aguila as Margaret and Rose, Kevin Trawick as Lars Larsenson, George Birch Wirtz as George, Mike Fuller as Carlos, and the announcer. It was directed by Carrie Aguila from an original story idea by Mike Fuller and Carrie Aguila. Sound designed by Mike Fuller. Music by Audionautics.com. For extra content, visit us on Facebook at Broken AK. You can download all past episodes for free from iTunes, and please leave a review. It helps more people learn about the show. We tell you what's coming up next week on Broken, but since it's improvised, you'll know as soon as we do.